Hey owners, good day and welcome to, we'll take a look at week 6 in review. Great weekend of football. We saw some great games on the TV, followed up by a nice Sunday night game with the Patriots winning in the last seconds to beat Kansas City in a thriller. And we saw a shootout on Monday night that brought in Conley's Crusaders owner Tyler off the ledge with a win finally on a Monday night game. So we'll get into the games. Quick recaps here. First matchup we'll look at, we'll see that Tuscany Mayhem was hosting Forsyth Fockers, and Tuscany took that win 152 to 124.5. Forsyth Fockers were led by Tyreek Hill, who put up 49 points in that Kansas City game, where Melvin Gordon for the Chargers put up 39 points for Tuscany Mayhem. As mentioned earlier, Conley's Crusaders we're sitting behind on Acadian Assassins, I believe, by about 12 points going into Monday Night Football. And fingers were crossed that Aaron Rodgers wouldn't blow at that knee of his and get him some points. And he sure came up big with Aaron Rodgers putting up 39 points in the Conley's Crusaders win of 158 over Acadian Assassins 134. And that Acadian Assassins were led by this year's phenom quarterback out of Kansas City, who put up 49 points in his loss to the Patriots. Next matchup we look at was a really close game and came right down to the wire. And we saw Steel Curtain hold off Too Tired as he took the match 153 to 151.5. Good close game there, nice battle. We saw Sashquin Barkley, I believe, the rookie Green for the Giants, put up 43 points for Steel Curtain. Well, the Weisel brother, or father and son team, got Matt Ryan to put up 38 points in the game in Atlanta. We saw Inglorious Staffords continue to win as he took a close one as well by 2 points over Jethro's Heroes in a 138.5 to a 136.5, led by my boy Tom Brady, who put up 28 points. And once again, Todd Gurley II puts up big points for Jethro's Heroes in his loss of 42 points. Another close match. That one was by 2 points, and the one before was only by 1.5. So some great games this weekend to watch, and it was fun. Our only loss on the western side of the ball, or the Eastern Conference, losing to the West, was our rookie owner, Magic School Bus, as he lost to Huey's Hogs, who put up this week's high score by half a point. Putting in 158.5 to 127.5. Devontae Adams got him 40. Sorry about that. Devontae Adams had 40 points for Magic School Bus in the loss. Well, Saunders for Denver, I believe, put up 29 points for Huey's Hogs, and Huey was able to squeak ahead and get this week's high score of 158.5 with his Monday Night Football from Jimmy Graham. And our last matchup we'll look at today is another win for the East, as we saw Mac Daddy's Madhouse take on Lucas Kickers and easily handle her loss as he put up 152 points to 135.5. Mac Daddy was led by Kareem Hunt, who put up 39 points in the Kansas City game, and Jameson Winston, Tampa Bay, was Lucas Kickers' leading scorer with 43 points. So my prediction of the East totally dominating the West kind of came true. The only holdout there was Huey's Hogs, who did voice a challenge that he wasn't going to let that happen, and he sure didn't by posting his high score and getting this week's $10. The matchups continue in the East-West for next week, and once again I predict that the East will dominate in the West as we see some matchups. Tuscany Mayhem, it will be taking on Jethro's Heroes, and Steel Curtain takes on Acadian Assassins. Inglorious Staffords take on Too Tired. Magic School Bus takes on Forsyth Fockers. Mac Daddy's Madhouse takes on Huey's Hogs. And Conley's Crusaders takes on Lucas Kickers. Once again, these matchups look favoring to the East. And right now, in the points for, the only one showing a win in the estimates would be... right now I see Too Tired's favored by a few points and projected, and that is it. So we'll see how this week goes out. if the East can dominate the West again. Standings wise, close matchup. In the East, Steel Curtain still only with the one loss, and right on its heels, Tuscany Mayhem at 4-2, and then we have Connolly's Crusaders, Mac Daddy's Madhouse, and Magic School Bus with 3-3 records, and Glorious Stafford's finally got the direction going right. He's 2-4, and with us playing the East or West next week, that should give our side a move up there and let the West fall behind once again, as we see Forces Fockers in the lead on their side, just with the head-to-head and most points. He's put up 836.5 points. So for his points for puts him in first place at 3-3, followed by Jethro's Heroes at 3-3 and only 6 points behind in total points. Lucas Kickers is next at 3-3 as well, with quite a few points behind the other guys. Huey's Hogs at 3-3 as well, not over the 800 mark yet. Two Tired sits at 2-4, nowhere near out of the battle, and Acadian Assassin sits at 2-4 at the bottom of the East-West division, but still not out of the battle as well. We see that points for Steel Curtain obviously has put up 980 points to lead us in the most points put up so far this year, and he's also in the head-to-heads gotten the most points scored against him, put up 881 points against him in matchups. So he's been able to hold off those challenges and get the win, so good for him. And hopefully next week the East will dominate again, as you can tell what side my team sits on. Okay, next week we see some byes again. We have 4 teams on bye. We see the Green Bay Packers, the Oakland Raiders, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Seattle Seahawks are all on bye. Our Thursday night game is the Denver Broncos visiting the Arizona Cardinals. Saturday morning, we have an early game out of London. It starts at 9:30 Eastern time, so that would be 7:30 a.m. Our time, and that is the Tennessee Titans taking on the San Diego Chargers. And Monday Night Football sees the New York Giants take on the Atlanta Falcons. So remember to get your schedule set for those early games, for the Thursday game and that early morning 7:30 game, Tennessee and the Chargers, if you have people involved in that. That's it for me. A little short one this week. In the middle of working again this week, so I didn't get time to put as much effort in as I like to in these things. But enjoy the football. Hopefully next week's matchups we see some other good games here. We got the Patriots at the Bears, which should be a fun one to watch. Cowboys at the Redskins, which has big implications for the Redskins and their playoff standings. The Rams are taking on the 49ers. That should be kind of a wipeout for the 49ers, but they did hold in against the Packers, so it could be a good game. Carolina Panthers are taking on the Eagles. That should be a good matchup as well to watch. And any of the what we got here, Steelers are on a bye. So those are the teams that I know that guys have interest in. So that's it for me. Have a good week. Enjoy football again, and we'll talk to you again next week. And once again, go East.